Right now, 5 million of children are now eligible to get the Pfizer vaccine. When kids can expect to get the shot here in Wisconsin.
Officials are still working to identify the person who made threats against West High School, what the district plans are for classes moving forward.
Plus, what Madison officials plan on doing with a former strip club on the city's east side.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
14 yay, and 1 refusal. The motion passes.
Right now, children as young as 12 can start getting their COVID-19 vaccines after a CDC advisory committee vote this afternoon in favor of using Pfizer's vaccine for that age group. Earlier this week, the FDA gave its approval to the Pfizer vaccine. Close to 17 million children can now start getting their shots.
And that includes up to 300,000 of them right here in Wisconsin as soon as tomorrow.
And DHS is updating its guidance right now to get this age group going with vaccinations. Brady Mallory shows you what you need to do to find your children a vaccine. Brady?
Well, DHS is urging parents and guardians to start planning now and to ensure kids have their permission to get the shot. DHS was waiting for the CDC's go-ahead and wants to start as soon as possible. Now remember, this is only for the Pfizer vaccine. If you're still uncertain about the whole process, DHS says a good place to go for information is your child's doctor. The governor says this is a crucial step to getting closer to normal.
Can't tell you how many times I've said it over the past year, but kicking this pandemic to the curb is going to take all of us together. Public health is a team sport, and we need you to help us get this done.
And if you're searching for a vaccine, there is an easy way to find one. Go to vaccines.gov and then go to the Find Vaccines option, then limit the search to include only Pfizer. And you can also call the state's vaccine hotline. You can find all of this information on our website, channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you. In the past 24 hours, over 20,000 Wisconsinites have received their COVID-19 vaccine, but it comes as 18 new deaths from complications have been reported. Over 2.2 million Wisconsinites have now been fully vaccinated. That's 38% of the state population, and nearly 2.6 million residents have had at least the one shot. Here in Dane County, nearly 51% of residents now have completed their vaccine series.
All of us here at News 3 Now hope to make it as easy as possible for you to get a COVID-19 vaccine. That's why tomorrow we're hosting a vaccine clinic. There'll be 2 locations at News 3 Now at 725 Raymond Road and Lunny Park on Libby Road. That's just south of the Beltline. Both of the clinics will be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. SSM Health will offer Pfizer for 12 to 15-year-olds if DHS gives the okay, which they have. Anyone who still has questions about the vaccine will have experts on the phones tomorrow to answer your questions. You can find the details on channel3000.com/vaccine-day.
In Jefferson County, they're holding a walk-in clinic for those 12 to 15. It'll be happening on May 20th at the Johnson Creek Outlet Mall from 4:30 until 6:45. Vaccination appointments are not required. It will be free, but children will have to have the parental consent figured out before they get their shot.
A more mild start to your Wednesday, but we could still see some cooler temperatures overnight. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Mark. Every day our low temperatures go up a little bit, but still they'll be cold enough tonight for at least some possible areas of frost north and east of Madison. Visible cloud track shows plenty of sunshine across the state, but very little in the way of precipitation anywhere across the upper Midwest. Low temperatures this morning dropped to 36 in Madison, 34 in Janesville. The 20s were pretty much confined to areas north of Wisconsin Dells. A few places like Camp Douglas and Wautoma were in the upper 20s. But high temperatures so far today have reached the middle 60s away from Lake Michigan. Milwaukee, though, only at 59 degrees of the lake breeze there, but middle 60s out to the west. La Crosse, 67. And that's about where current temperatures are right now. Frost advisories are in effect overnight until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for areas north and east of Dane County. That's where the best threat for frost will be, mainly in low-lying areas. Here in town, I'm looking for a low of about 39 by tomorrow morning. Look for partly sunny skies and a pleasant day tomorrow with a high of 66. We're still looking for some rain. I'll tell you what our chances are in the future in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Gary. A judge set a $100,000 cash bond for the man accused of killing his mother in Iowa County. Police arrested 21-year-old Sean Pickett Monday afternoon. He called 911 to report his mother, 54-year-old Susan Pickett, was dead. We learned today that Pickett stabbed his mother and a dog at her home in Avoca. Pickett is facing tentative first-degree intentional homicide and animal mistreatment charges. He's due back in court later this month.
And we now know who was found dead in a Sun Prairie home last week. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office identified the two as 37-year-old Jan Hyatt and 35-year-old Chad Rury. Police responded to the 300 block of South Legacy Way last Wednesday for a welfare check. That eventually turned into a death investigation. Both Hyatt and Rury died from gunshot wounds. Police say Rury's appears to be self-inflicted. Both deaths are still under investigation. A Wisconsin judge charged with sharing child pornography is now facing charges in federal court. Brett Blumey charged in federal court with 2 counts of distributing child pornography. This was in the fall of 2020. The indictment against Blumey alleges he sent sexually explicit images of minors to another person using a messenger app. Blumey was a judge with the Milwaukee County Children's Court at the time of the alleged offense. The Wisconsin Supreme Court has since suspended Blumey's judicial powers, citing the charges in Dane County Court.
Threats against schools have become all too common across the country, and this week, it's Madison dealing with it.
And the 48 hours since a social media post appeared threatening to hurt people at Madison West, police haven't been able to figure out who wrote it. Adam Duxter joins us live from Madison West with how they're stepping up security until the person responsible is caught. Adam?
Well, increased police patrol, alerting the building security inside and checking the ID of every single student headed into Madison West High School, all part of what the district calls its critical response plan. And that'll continue until whoever is behind this threat is caught. Late Monday night, a post promising revenge against Madison West students and faculty hit the social media app Snapchat. And shortly after, it reached Tim Lamons.
Anyone who sees the message can understand the seriousness of it. It was alarming.
The school district spokesperson says MMSD immediately forwarded the threat to Madison police.
We take the safety of our students and staff and families as our top priority. And clearly, we are taking the language used in this post very seriously.
The post indicates something will happen next Monday, May 17th, or another day if school is canceled. Lamont says Monday was already going to be a virtual-only day for Madison West, and the district won't change those plans. Tonight, MPD says they have a team of detectives working with Snapchat developers to track the account that made the threat. But Lamont is asking for patience while that plays out.
Incidents like this do take time, and it's not something that, we can get information from Snapchat or Facebook or whatever overnight.
In the meantime, Madison West will continue to operate under a critical response protocol. Lamont says if this is traced back to a student within MMSD and it is a legitimate threat, the district wants to provide necessary mental health resources to help that student, but also says the punishment for this post would be severe.
This is very serious when you're using language in posts like this, and the response to it will be very serious.
Within the last year, MMSD has taken MPD officers out of schools, including right here at Madison West. But tonight, Lamont says they've got a team of trained security guards who could respond to a situation happening inside the building if need be.
Adam, thank you. And this just in, the Packer quarterback controversy continues in Green Bay. The organization has signed a new quarterback. ESPN's Adam Schefter says former Jacksonville quarterback Blake Bortles is signing with the Green and Gold. The former first-round pick, number 3 overall, spent his first 5 years in Jacksonville. He's been back and forth between the Rams and Broncos more recently. Green Bay now with 3 quarterbacks on the roster, along with Aaron Rodgers, former first-round pick Jordan Love, along with Bortles.
Well, with many people 16 and up now fully vaccinated, more families are getting the urge to travel. And the numbers don't lie. According to the latest data from Travel Wisconsin, 2-night trips are higher now than they were pre-pandemic in 2019, which was a record travel year for the state.
Every vaccine in the arm is also a shot in the arm for tourism here in Wisconsin.
Still, many families are finding themselves in a tough situation, even if their kids are lucky enough to get their first shots. This week, they're still more than a month away from full immunity. So how can they safely plan a summer trip? Hear what local doctors want you to know before planning yours. That's coming up tonight at 6.
Madison officials are making plans for the city's economy to return to normal after visitor spending in Dane County dropped nearly 43% last year. Destination Madison released its plan on bringing more money to the city. The 6-step recovery plan includes implementing a marketing program to inspire travel to Madison, along with pursuing aggressive sales and sports plans within the city. Due to the pandemic, 97 events were canceled last year. The city lost $57 million from those canceled events.
U.S. Travel Association has forecasted that we won't return to 2019 economic impact numbers until 2024. None of us can wait. We cannot afford to wait till 2024 to get that back. We want to be aggressive and get that economic back sooner rather than later.
Now, the good news is 86% of Americans plan to travel in the next 6 months, so Madison officials are optimistic they can get the local economy back on track. In 2020, downtown Madison is one of the worst places hit in the entire state, as spending fell from more than $300 million in 2019 to just over $100 million last year. Now, that's a drop of more than 62%, more than double the state average.
And Eastside Madison Strip Club will have a new purpose by the end of the year.
And Jamie Perez found out what will happen to the building that was once home to Vision's nightclub.
In about 6 to 7 months, this former strip club will be turned into a healthy foods grocery store. Two business partners who immigrated here from Gambia about 20 years ago say they're excited to revitalize this area. With how much controversy and crime that came about from its former purpose, they're ready to reform it into something positive for the community.
It brings a lot of opportunity. It changes the neighborhood in a very transformational way. From what it was to what it is going to be.
They were able to make this happen through a grant from the city that was focused on helping small businesses. They officially signed the papers to close the deal on this last week. Coming up tonight at 6, the journey that led them to this location, plus who the two business partners are outside of owning this.
Jamie, thank you. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, why former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin could face an even longer sentence behind bars. And coming up tonight at 6, how a group of people are donating their time to help senior citizens in Madison. Stay with us for News 3 Now at 6. And inflation fears triggering a dive on Wall Street. The Dow plummeting 681.5. The NASDAQ down 358. The S&P lost 89. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, Tiffany Haddish hosts the new season of Kids Say the Darndest Things, followed by SEAL Team and SWAT. Then get a complete wrap-up of today's news on News 3 Now at 10.
The Memorial Day appliance deals start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge during the biggest sale of the season, including in-stock doorbusters up to 40% off, plus no interest financing for 18 months. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Create your ideal outdoor living space with help from Menards. Start off with new indoor-outdoor carpet. It's a perfect option for your decks, porches, and sunrooms. Then brighten up your yard with Patriot Lighting landscape lights. Menards has over 200 landscape lights to choose from. Right now, get 11% off all Patriot Lighting landscape lights and indoor-outdoor carpet. Save big money and get 11% off everything. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
After 3 decades in business on Madison's west side, Capital Car Cleaners has opened up a second location on Madison's east side. To celebrate, we're offering all our customers $10 off an interior or exterior detail or $20 off a full-service detail. We detail all cars, pickups, SUVs, motorcycles, and full-size vans. Call today to set up an appointment at our new location on Lean Road or our classic location on Watts Road and get $10 off an interior or exterior detail or $20 off a full-service detail.
Capital Car Cleaners, auto detailing at its best.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meat.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
The biggest sale of the season starts now. It's the Memorial Day sale at Ashley Home Store. Shop in-stock doorbusters up to 60% off while they last. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our furniture sale prices. And no interest financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
Thursday on News 3 Now this morning, we're previewing News 3 Now's Vaccine Clinic.
And the Wisconsin Film Festival starts Thursday with all programs online this year. We'll tell you how you can check out the films. Join us at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now, your vaccine information headquarters, and SSM Health are hosting Vaccine Day this Thursday, May 13th, here at Madison's Lunny Park.
And here at News 3 Now Studios from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anyone and everyone is welcome to come get a shot.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A man suspected of shooting 3 people in Times Square, including a 4-year-old girl, was arrested today in Florida. New York City police said at a news conference that Farrakhan Mohammed was taken into custody near Jacksonville 4 days after the shooting Saturday. Mohammed was listed Wednesday in an inmate database for the sheriff's office in Bradford County, Florida. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio said all 3 victims had been released from the hospital and are expected to recover.
A Minnesota judge has found aggravating factors in the death of George Floyd, which means former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin could face an even longer sentence. Chauvin was convicted last month on murder and manslaughter counts. He is scheduled to be sentenced June 25th. Under Minnesota sentencing guidelines, he would have faced a presumptive sentence of 12.5 years for second-degree murder, but prosecutors asked for what is known as an upward departure. They argued that Chauvin abused his authority.
As expected, House Republicans have removed Liz Cheney from her leadership position. Behind closed doors, House Republicans used a voice vote to remove the Wyoming Congresswoman from her leadership post. Cheney had survived a previous attempt to oust her from her role as conference chair back in February after she voted to impeach former President Trump on a charge of inciting the January 6th Capitol attack. House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy had defended Cheney back then. Today, he advanced the vote for her removal and dismissed notions that Cheney's likely successor, New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, still believes Mr. Trump won the election.
I don't think anybody is questioning the legitimacy of the presidential election. I think that is all over with. We're sitting here with the president today.
You'll take someone like Liz Cheney, who by no stretch of the imagination is someone that she and I have very much in common with ideologically, and they would throw her out for someone with a more liberal voting record, which is a factual thing you can look at, simply because she didn't continue to kiss the ring of Donald Trump. That's a cult. That's not a political party.
After Cheney's ouster today, former President Trump called her a bitter, horrible human being who's bad for the Republican Party.
President Biden and the top 4 House and Senate party leaders sat down together for the first time to discuss his more than $4 trillion American Jobs and Families Plan. Leaders from both sides described the meeting as positive, but Republicans said they want to focus only on traditional infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and ports, and made it clear the president's proposed tax hike on the wealthy to pay for his plan is a, quote, non-starter.
We're not interested in reopening the 2017 tax bill. That's our red line.
We're going to see whether we can reach some consensus on a compromise.
The White House says the president would like to see progress on a bill by Memorial Day, and he'd like to sign his jobs plan into law sometime this summer.
Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has your forecast. Gary?
Well, every night our temperatures go up a little bit. Last night was a little warmer than the previous night. That'll be the case here in Madison again and areas to the south and west. But north and east of Madison, temperatures still might get cold enough for some patchy frost, especially in low-lying areas. So frost advisories have been issued for areas north of Dane County and east of Dane County, including Dodge, Jefferson, and Wellworth County through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, a little wider perspective shows those frost advisories over central and northeastern Wisconsin as well. To the east, still freeze warnings in effect for parts of lower Michigan and frost advisories into the Chicago area away from Lake Michigan and into northern Indiana and northern Ohio. But hopefully this will be the last night, at least as far as the frost advisories are concerned. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Dry weather will continue for tomorrow and Friday with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Look for some shower chances this weekend, but the key word there is chance. A slight chance Saturday, maybe a little better chance on Sunday. Could be a couple of thunderstorms on Sunday and Monday as well. A lot of it will depend on the position of a warm front to our south. The closer it is to us, the higher the rain chances. The farther south it is, the lesser the rain chances. And right now the computer models are still in a little bit of a disagreement as to exactly the position of that front. But mild weather should return by early next week. That warm front will push to our north, and then temperatures will jump into the 70s and stay there for next week. Again, I showed you this last night, but we could use the rain through Friday afternoon, looking for very little in the way of rain across southern Wisconsin. But you can see that at least the showers and thunderstorms this weekend could bring a little bit of light rain, maybe a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain. Notice the higher amounts down to the south in the vicinity of that warm front. Then a front out to our west later next week will bring some more shower and thunderstorm chances. And maybe by that time, we'll start to see more general 1/4 to 3/4 inch rainfall amounts across much of the the state of Wisconsin. There could be some higher amounts in areas to get some heavier thunderstorms, but they're going to be hit and miss. The more potential areas of potential heavier rain will stay to our south across parts of Iowa and Illinois and farther south. Low temperatures last night, again in the 20s in northern Wisconsin. Here in Madison, we only dropped to 36 degrees compared to the 30 the previous night, and we're looking for low temperatures in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees tonight. Current temperatures are in the 60s through most of the Midwest, away from Lake Michigan and away from some clouds out in the western portion of the high plains. A few places in the western Dakotas getting up into the 70s. The jet stream starting to lift northward a little bit, but it's a slow process. Notice the upper level winds now from the north and from the northeast and east rather than the north like they have been the last couple of days. So that's the first step in getting our temperatures to come up. Eventually, as that jet stream starts to lift northward, we'll see temperatures start to increase and also better chances for rain. That will allow moisture from the Gulf of Mexico to start flowing farther north. But right now with a west or northwesterly wind flow aloft, that keeps the rain chances down to the south. And this big area of high pressure that pretty much encompasses most of the Midwest right now is in control of our weather, and that'll be the case over the next couple of days. So the showers out to the west and the Dakotas will really fizzle out as they head in our direction. Temperatures mid-60s right now. Future track would clear out tonight with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. Here come those showers out to the west, but you can see as they approach Wisconsin, they just kind of fizzle out because the air is drier here, even into Friday night, and then maybe by Saturday, or Friday night and Saturday, possibility at least for a couple of sprinkles of rain, but some of that rain may not even reach the ground because the air will be dry near the ground. Frost advisory north and east of Dane County through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a low in Madison tonight of about 39 degrees, some mid-30s to our north and east, then a high tomorrow of 66 with partly sunny skies. 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures mid to upper 60s through the weekend. Chances for showers and thunderstorms Sunday and Monday. Maybe the best chance of rain Friday of next week. In between those temperatures at least climbing into the mid to upper 70s for much of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, seeing some slowdowns on the eastbound Beltline, especially between about Monona Drive back to around Park Street, then going into the construction zone around Verona Road. Westbound seeing some delays between Fish Hatchery Road and Todd Drive. Right now it's a 23-minute commute on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 16 minutes back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, it's a 25-minute trip from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. Going north on US 12 from Middleton to Sauk City is a 16-minute commute, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, also a 16-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Just 123 days until the Packers take the field for their first game. We'll tell you who they'll be playing. The schedule starting to come out. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
What about the window, siding, and doors?
Good things come in threes, like 33% off windows, siding, and doors. Plus, no interest until 2022.
33% off windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Hey, sandwich fan, new Denny's melts belong in your hand. Patty melt's a classic, the Big Dipper's fantastic, and the Nashville hot chicken, bombastic? 4 melts in all, grilled to please. Now with free delivery. See you at Denny's.com.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
Ready to blow away the rules of volume?
New Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oréal Paris. For mega volume, yet mega light. A whipped formula and a cushiony brush. New Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oréal Paris.
You're worth it.
Try our new scented oils for freshness that lasts. Crafted to give you amazingly natural smelling fragrances day after day for up to 60 days. Give us one plug for freshness that lasts.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
All right, here we go. 4 months from today, the Packers will kick off the regular season. The Green and Gold will head to New Orleans to face the Saints in the first game of the season. That game will be a 3:25, the late afternoon game on Fox. It'll be the first time since the 2005 season that the Saints will be without quarterback Drew Brees. We hope the Packers also have the same quarterback they've had for a long time.
We'll see.
The two teams, they met last season. Packers won 37-30 down there in the Big Easy. Green Bay's full schedule, by the way, it'll officially be released tonight at Packers.com or over on the NFL Network.
The top basketball prospect in Wisconsin and the 4th overall recruit in the country is staying home and will play for UW-Milwaukee in 2022. Patrick Baldwin Jr. made this decision this morning at Hamilton High School. The small forward 5-star player chose the Panthers over Duke and Florida and Arizona State, among other colleges. So why UW-Milwaukee? Well, Baldwin's father, Patrick Baldwin Sr., is the head coach for the program.
Stay home, play for dad. All right, within the last half hour, Colonial Pipeline says it has restarted its pipeline and will resume deliveries 6 days after hackers forced it to shut down. According to AAA, panic buying and some shortages at stations have sent the average price of a gallon of regular to about $3 for the first time in nearly 7 years. If the pipeline shutdown drags on, analysts were fearing the crisis could only get worse. And so far, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia have all declared states of emergency.
And speaking of shortages, first it was toilet paper, now it's gas, but also chicken wings. There's a chicken wing shortage causing prices to skyrocket nationwide. You can still find wings in some places, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny. Tower Poultry in Milwaukee says the price of wings went up 14 cents a pound last week, and they anticipate another hike this week. Industry experts say the reason for the shortage is that the poultry processors are having trouble finding workers now that COVID-related shutdowns are lifted.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Aw, they're making sure I still love my glasses. Of course I do. They made them so fast, I blinked and they were ready. I can't wait to see the look on everyone's faces when they taste my homemade cake. 2 pairs starting under $40, only at iMart Express.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get a large Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's.
Struggling to get fresh air this spring? It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion. Right now, every Comfort 365 window style is 40% off.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy. Unlike some other companies, we control every step of the process. We design, build, install, and guarantee it for life.
Stay comfortable all year long and get 40% off all styles. Call now or download our free buyer's guide at getchampionwindows.com.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home
and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
From Scott the Window Guy at AHT Wisconsin Window.
I'm Scott the Window Guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core composite frame triple pane window is the most energy efficient window made for Wisconsin no matter what the season. Buy 7 windows by the end of the month and get the 8th free at scottthewindowguy.com.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, sticker shock at the gas pump as prices spike from panic buying. But tonight there's good news about when the pipeline will be back in service. Plus, the CDC says it's safe for teens to get the Pfizer vaccine. Plus, one city's new incentive for teens, a free Chipotle or Starbucks gift card. And Simply the Best, an ode to the legendary music icons headed to this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And here's Gary with one final check of the forecast.
Well, skies will be clearing out tonight. They're already clearing out, according to the WISC-TV Skycam. Temperatures are in the 60s right now away from Lake Michigan, but they'll continue to fall. There are frost advisories north and east of Dane County overnight through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a low in Madison of about 39 degrees. High tomorrow, 66 with partly sunny skies. 68 Friday. Some shower, maybe thunderstorm chances over the weekend into early next week, but a warm up next week with temperatures in the 70s.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.